Archangel Michael says, "Be still for a moment." Something unusual has been unfolding behind the scenes of your life. Someone you might never suspect is watching, waiting, and making very quiet but powerful moves in your direction. They've never made their presence obvious, but lately, their attention toward you has deepened in a way that even the universe has begun to shift. This person isn't just a stranger passing through, they've been around you longer than you realize. They are connected to something divine that is bringing an unexpected twist into your life. There was a day recently, not long ago, when they looked at you in silence and something shifted within them. What they felt wasn't just attraction, it was admiration wrapped in awe, covered by layers of disbelief that someone like you still exists. They've kept this feeling close, hidden behind smiles and silence. Archangel Michael says, this interest is not shallow or temporary. It's layered with meaning, filled with a sense of divine alignment. This person has prayed about you, whether knowingly or unknowingly, wishing for someone like you to appear. Now that you're in view, they are walking a line between courage and hesitation. Type Amen to get blessing 333. In the past week, they've had dreams about you. Dreams that weren't ordinary, each one vivid, strange, and filled with messages they don't even fully understand yet. They're waking up shaken, stirred, and feeling things they've never felt before. You are triggering something in them that's more than just romantic. You are opening portals of realization. They're beginning to question parts of their life they thought were permanent, because you showed them there's another path. They've asked mutual connections about you. Carefully. Cautiously. They don't want you to know just yet, because what they feel is still building, turning into a storm of certainty that they can't ignore anymore. There's an energy around you that's been drawing people in lately. But this one person, the unexpected one, is the most drawn. And they're not going to remain in the shadows much longer. Type Amen to get blessing 876. Archangel Michael says, they were sent to observe you for a purpose far greater than love alone. There's a mission forming, something sacred, something whispered into their spirit during a moment they couldn't explain. You're the center of a shift they didn't expect. They have seen how you carry your pain in silence. They know you are stronger than most people give you credit for. And that makes their attraction deeper, more reverent, more protective. They are planning something. It's not just any gesture, it's a symbolic one. They want you to notice something soon. They'll leave something near your space, or mention a detail only you two could understand. You may begin to feel it before you see it. You'll sense someone thinking of you more often. You'll feel warmth at night, or calm moments where there shouldn't be calm. That's the energetic tie forming from their focused thoughts. Type Amen to get blessing 512. They didn't intend to feel this way about you. In fact, they were trying hard not to. You don't fit the type they imagined they'd fall for, and that's exactly why this is so divine. It's not fantasy. It's alignment. They've confided in someone about you. Only one person. And even that conversation felt risky to them, because saying your name out loud made it more real than they were ready to admit. They've started changing small things in their routine just to feel a bit closer to your world. Visiting the same place, wearing something they once saw you look at. It's subtle, but it's happening. You've been walking unknowingly near a breakthrough. You might think nothing is happening. But behind the curtain, this soul is being pulled in by a quiet but unstoppable force. You. Type Amen to get blessing 919. Archangel Michael says, you're not being stalked, you're being studied with reverence. Their interest is not invasive. It's sacred. They are trying to understand how someone like you could have remained hidden in plain sight. Soon, something will trigger them to act. A moment will break their silence. It could be a random glance, or a word you say in passing, but it will open a gate they can no longer ignore. They want to protect you. They sense you've been misjudged, mishandled, and misunderstood. And it makes them furious, in a quiet, determined kind of way. They don't just want to know you. They want to stand in front of you like a shield. Even if you never notice, they've been defending you in places you'll never hear about. Type Amen to get blessing 444. There's a place they pass every day that reminds them of you. A corner of a street, a cafe, or maybe even a song that starts to play the moment they think about you. That's how strongly the energy between you flows. They know they don't own you. But they feel assigned to you, as if the heavens gave them a silent nudge toward your direction. They can't escape it anymore, nor do they want to. They're not perfect. They come with scars and regrets. But your presence has awakened the better version of them, the one they've tried to find through healing, solitude, and faith. The closer they come to revealing themselves, the more signs you'll notice. Coins appearing out of nowhere. Alarms going off without reason. Repeating numbers. Goosebumps in places where there's no wind. Type Amen to get blessing 727. You are their wake-up call. Their mirror. Their unexplained calm in the chaos. They don't even know if they deserve to be in your life, but they're willing to try. They've started to write a message to you more than once. A text, a letter, a comment. But each time, they delete it. Not because they're unsure of you, but because they're terrified of messing it up. You'll soon be placed in the same room. The universe is orchestrating this. A meeting. An encounter. A moment where your eyes will hold longer than usual. That moment will feel small to others. But to this person, it will be everything. A divine moment of clarity. One they've waited for without realizing it. Type Amen to get blessing 210. Archangel Michael says, this person was once filled with disbelief about soul connections. But you've made them reconsider everything. Now they're journaling. Praying. Hoping. You've stirred their quietest emotions. Even their fears feel different now. Because being near you makes them want to face those fears and break every wall down. They're in awe of your strength. The way you've survived without turning cold. They want to study your heart, not just love it, but understand it. They are not far. They're much closer than you think. Every day, they're inching toward revealing their truth. And once they do, nothing will be the same again. Type Amen to get blessing 638. You might feel them in the quietest hours. Right before sleep. In the silence between thoughts. That's them reaching out energetically, hoping their vibrations find you. They've imagined what life could be like if you said yes. If you welcomed them in. If you gave them a chance to show the depths they've never offered anyone else. They're terrified you'll walk away once you know everything. But they're preparing themselves to tell you anyway. Because living without knowing what could have been is the greater pain. The shift is near. Within days, a message may appear. Or someone will mention their name. And when it happens, your heart will recognize them before your mind does. Type Amen to get blessing 381. They will protect you without demanding anything in return. They will stand behind you, believing in your path even when you're unsure. They won't need to control you, only to uplift. You've changed their heart, even without speaking directly. You've healed something in them they didn't even know was wounded. That's the miracle you carry. Your presence heals. Get ready. Because what's coming isn't just romance. It's divine assignment. Sacred companionship. An energy match that's been decades in the making. They are on the edge of their decision. The moment is coming when they won't hold back anymore. And when that moment comes, you'll feel like the world suddenly paused just for you. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Let this message prepare you. You are being watched with honor, not obsession. You are being seen, not for what you pretend to be, but for your raw, sacred truth. Soon, the pieces will begin to fall into place. The hints, the whispers, the messages that felt random will suddenly make sense. Because this person's path and yours are merging. You'll remember this message when it happens. Your soul will vibrate in confirmation. You'll know, without a doubt, that this is the moment you were meant to receive. Someone you might not expect has taken an interest in you, but the divine has known all along. This was written. And now it's unfolding. Type Amen to get blessing 123. They've already made a silent promise to themselves. That if the moment presents itself, they won't run this time. They'll step forward and let their truth be known, no matter how scared they are of your reaction. Their interest goes beyond curiosity. It touches a level of soul recognition that only happens once in a lifetime. You've awakened a memory in them, something ancient, like they've met you in another life. That's why you seem familiar to them. They can't place it, but your energy holds a frequency that softens their spirit. They've dreamed of you long before they ever saw your face. They now believe that some people are destined to cross paths not by chance, but by divine design. And you, unknowingly, are the answer to something they once thought they'd lost forever. Type Amen to get blessing 884. Your light doesn't just inspire them, it challenges them to grow. You are not someone they can just approach casually. So they've been preparing themselves to become worthy. They've started letting go of people who drain them. They've been decluttering their space, removing toxic influences. All because your presence has made them crave peace, purpose, and purity. Every word you speak, every time you laugh, it leaves an imprint in their mind. They replay those moments late at night like sacred memories, even if they were small or accidental to you. They're writing about you in their journal. Not your name, not yet. But in metaphors, poetry, and prayers. They're trying to understand how you slipped past their defenses and settled in their soul. Type Amen to get blessing 492. Archangel Michael says, this is not a fantasy. This is spiritual evidence that love can arrive through the least expected doors. And your name is already echoing through their thoughts more than they ever imagined. This person once denied magic. They used to say nothing surprised them anymore. But then you happened, and now, they believe again. They're secretly collecting courage like treasure. They know the moment they open up, they will be vulnerable beyond measure. But they're willing to risk rejection to step into truth. A new energy is rising within them. It's hope. A silent kind of hope that lives beneath the surface and refuses to fade, no matter how many doubts they carry. Type Amen to get blessing 663. They've seen you interact with others and felt a tinge of jealousy, even if they have no claim over you. That's how they realized this wasn't just admiration, it was longing. Soul-deep longing. They've tried distracting themselves from these emotions. Dated others. Dived into work. But nothing silences the call of your name in their spirit. You'll feel the shift when they begin to lean closer. Their energy will wrap around you like a breeze, and your heart will skip before your mind can catch up. Watch for the signs. A repeated number. A familiar scent. A song playing at the exact right moment. These are not coincidences, they're confirmations. Type Amen to get blessing 314. You were never meant to chase anyone. That's why this person is being drawn toward you instead. You are the magnet, and they are answering the call. They respect your boundaries. That's why they haven't spoken yet. But silence is not distance, it's sacred preparation. They're not looking to complete themselves through you. They're looking to complement you. Because in you, they see a mirror of strength and softness they've long searched for. The divine has placed a time stamp on this connection. When the clock strikes, when the alignment is perfect, this person will be revealed in a way that leaves no room for doubt. Type Amen to get blessing 551. They've already imagined your first real conversation. They've practiced what they'll say. But they know when it happens, words might fail, and all they'll have is their heart laid bare. You've ignited an awakening in them. One they tried to suppress. But your presence has dismantled their barriers, and now they're being reborn in the fire of their own desire for truth. They've seen signs pointing toward you. Their angel numbers led them to your photo, your voice, your presence in the most unexpected way. They know it's not random. They don't just want a future with you, they want to rebuild one where you feel safe, adored, and seen every day. Type Amen to get blessing 228. Archangel Michael says, this love is not small. It's transformative. It's the kind of love that changes timelines, restores destiny, and rewrites forgotten prayers. They are already protecting your name in conversations. Even if others don't see your value yet, this person defends you without hesitation. In their eyes, you're already royalty. They watch your journey and cheer silently from the sidelines. Every little win of yours feels like a personal victory to them. That's how invested their spirit is in your well-being. When the day comes and they finally speak their truth, don't be surprised if it feels like you've known them forever. Because you have, just not in this lifetime. Type Amen to get blessing 707. Every tear you've cried, they somehow feel. Even if they haven't witnessed it. Your emotional waves reach them through the spiritual field that now connects you both. They are praying for you in silence. Not for selfish reasons, but for your healing, your clarity, your freedom. Their love is not to possess, but to uplift. Their hands itch to write your name. Their heart beats differently when you enter a room. Even if they don't show it, their soul is screaming your name. This connection was heaven-born and earth-timed. The unfolding may be slow, but it will be undeniable. And when it finally arrives, the world around you will shift with grace. Type Amen to get blessing 836. They are afraid to disappoint you. That's the only reason they're holding back. Not because you're intimidating, but because you matter too much to mess it up. You've met them before. Not in this body, not in this time. But your soul remembers the spark, the pull, the gravity that now returns. You've crossed their dreams so many times, they've stopped doubting the signs. Now, they're waiting for life to place you directly in their path again. They are being pulled toward you like the tide to the moon. Slowly. Unstoppably. Faithfully. Type Amen to get blessing 771. This is not the kind of love born of fantasy. It's forged in spiritual fire. Tested by silence. Strengthened by distance. Even when they don't reach out, they're thinking of you. They're imagining the version of themselves they need to become, to stand by your side with honor. Their feelings are too deep to express in words. But soon, actions will speak. And when they do, you'll know this was never just interest, it was destiny waiting for permission to bloom. The path has already begun. The lights are turning green. Get ready. You're about to meet the soul you once loved in a realm before time. Type Amen to get blessing 300. They've already started visualizing a life with you, quiet mornings, gentle conversations, the way your voice would sound beside theirs in everyday moments. They don't want fireworks, they want peace, depth, and truth with you. That's what you represent to them, safety in a world that's always felt unstable. They're beginning to understand that you're not like the others they've known before. You carry a soul that speaks before your lips move, a presence that calms storms before they even form. And because of that, they're drawn not just to your beauty, but to the essence of who you are when no one is watching. They know they don't deserve you as they are now. That's why they've started working in secret, building themselves piece by piece. Quietly healing wounds. Silently preparing to show up whole. There's a message written for you in their phone that's been saved but never sent. They've read it 100 times, edited it 10 more, and still can't press send. Not because the words aren't true, but because the feelings behind them are too powerful to be rushed. Type Amen to get blessing 914. Your laughter is a memory they've memorized. Your voice is a sound they crave in the silence. Even your silence speaks volumes to them, and they've learned to read it like a sacred text. They are planning to be near you soon. Not in a way that disrupts your space, but in a way that lets destiny breathe. It might be an event, a street corner, a shared circle, but it's coming. They've removed distractions from their life just to feel the quiet where they can hear your name echo more clearly. That's how intense the pull has become. What they feel isn't obsession. It's devotion. The kind that waits, watches, and prepares without forcing, rushing, or pretending. Type Amen to get blessing 442. Archangel Michael says, the veil is thinning. What has been hidden in shadow is coming into light. What has been silent will soon speak. They've already asked the universe for a sign. That sign will appear to them through you. Whether it's a glance, a smile, or a word, they will know it instantly. The person you least expected has already crossed the bridge in their heart. Now all that's left is the moment where courage meets opportunity. Their hands have reached out in prayer for you. Not because they want to own your story, but because they want to be a part of the chapters you've yet to write. Type Amen to get blessing 377. They are scared. But it's not fear of you. It's fear of their own depth. They've never felt this level of vulnerability before, and it's shaking their walls. They want to earn your trust the right way. Slowly. Truthfully. Without pretending to be someone they're not. You have awakened the divine in them. That part of their soul they buried long ago is now rising because of your influence. They're beginning to believe in miracles again. And to them, you are one. Type Amen to get blessing 144. They're watching you become more radiant every day. Every post you make. Every time you laugh in public. It all becomes another page in the story they're afraid to interrupt, but desperately want to enter. The timing has not been right until now. But the winds are changing. And they can feel it. The silence between you is growing louder. You're not imagining the glances, the delays, the odd moments where time seems to freeze. Those are the echoes of alignment starting to catch fire. They've been through pain before. But nothing compared to what they'd feel if they lost the chance to know you deeply. Type Amen to get blessing 228. They are tired of pretending they don't care. Their soul is screaming the truth louder with each passing day. And one of these days, that truth will spill out. They will risk rejection, embarrassment, and all their walls falling, just to say your name aloud in a way that finally feels free. They've had to let go of someone to open the door to you. It wasn't easy. But it was necessary. You've become the light at the end of a road they didn't even know they were walking. And now that they see you clearly, they can't unsee it. Type Amen to get blessing 917. Archangel Michael says, when this person comes forward, listen not just with your ears, but with your heart. You will feel the trembling in their voice, not from fear, but from reverence. They don't want to impress you, they want to connect with you. Their interest is not wrapped in performance. It's raw, honest, sacred. They've already seen a version of your future together in dreams. It was soft. Full of laughter. Full of understanding. It's what woke them up in the middle of the night with tears they couldn't explain. There's something about your presence that breaks their rules. That's why this feels dangerous to them, but also irresistible. Type Amen to get blessing 600. Their soul has chosen yours long before their lips can. What you're about to experience is not a coincidence, it's a divine merging of frequencies. You'll see the signs everywhere soon. Things repeating. Numbers syncing. Their names showing up unexpectedly. It's all building towards something. They're going to remember every detail of the day you finally speak. The weather. The smell in the air. The way the sunlight hit your eyes. It will mark the beginning of their rebirth. This person will bring healing to you just as much as you're healing them now without even knowing it. Type Amen to get blessing 821. And when they come, Don't expect grand speeches. Expect trembling eyes. Expect long pauses. Expect the kind of silence that says more than words ever could. This love story is different. It's slow burn. It's soul-stirring. It's life-altering. They'll confess that they've waited too long. That they've been scared. That they've dreamt of this but never believed they'd find it in you. And you will feel it too, the recognition. The pull. The peace in knowing that something sacred just stepped forward and said, I choose you. Type Amen to get blessing 555. This is your confirmation. This is not your imagination. The person you least expected is already holding space for you in their heart. And very, very soon, they will take that final step. And everything will change forever.